Alright guys, welcome to the Tasty Tour.
Episode 1.
First episode. Right now we're heading to Hola Arepa, which is one of the premier Latin American and South American restaurants in the Twin Cities area. We're super excited to have some arepas.
Can't wait to give it a try, you know.
We've heard really good things. Really good things.
Yep.
I'm Ben.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Rohan.
And we're the Tasty Tour.
So the Tasty Tour is something that we're really excited to give to you guys. It's basically, we're going to be running around the Twin Cities area, and maybe even beyond that in the future.
Finding the best restaurants possible to share with you guys. We're going to let you guys know where to eat in the cities and anywhere.
And where not to eat.
And where not to eat.
What are those places?
So we're pulling up on Hola Arepa. It's South American, Latin American style restaurant. It's teal, so that's pretty sick. And they have these things called arepas, which are sort of like a taco, except it's flat.
Sort of like a corn, like a cake almost, or like a sandwich.
Cake. It's like dessert for dinner.
Yeah.
But not at all. Another thing about Hola Arepa is they actually have their own food truck, which is how they got started.
Yeah.
And it's still in operation. You'll see them roll it up once in a while to a couple different locations around the cities.
Yeah, Hola Arepa, it did start as a food truck, and now it's a restaurant, so they've done pretty well for themselves. We're going to be judging the restaurant, all of the restaurants on this show, through 4 major categories.
4-point
Here we
criteria
are,
list.
just rolling up
Rolling
right
up.
now.
10 points possible.
10 points in each category. We're going to be judging the restaurant on the food. We're going to be judging the restaurant on the service, the ambiance, and of course the all-important bathroom category.
The bathroom
If a
is
restaurant
very
doesn't have good bathrooms, I mean, it's a make or break deal right
It is.
there.
Alright, so our waitress just came by telling us about the special. Fried chicken.
Fried chicken arepa. Sounds
With
delicious.
just all that extra other stuff too included. So
We're definitely going to be getting that.
for sure have to get that.
I'm gonna get a lemon.
Okay, so all of the arepas come with yuca fries, and if you don't know what yuca is, it's like a starchy sort of vegetable that's super popular in South America. So super excited to try those. I'm a huge fan of yuca fries. Alright, so I ordered the shredded beef and plantain arepa with aioli verde as my sauce choice.
And I just ordered the special, which we were talking about earlier with the fried chicken.
I went with the slow roasted pork arepa with the aioli verde sauce.
I went with the Cuban ham and pork arepa because it has ham and pork, so it's just more value for your buck.
Okay, so we just got our drinks for the night. I went with an iced tea. I'm a big tea fan, kind of a natural kind of thing. So I got the hibiscus iced tea. So right now we're gonna do what we call first impressions. And Rohan here got a lemonade. So here we go. That's really good. It has it's very earthy flavor, and it's a natural sweet. You can tell that there's no added sugars in there, but it still has, kind of like a fruity tang to it.
This is a passion fruit lemonade. It honestly just really tastes like lemonade. It's nothing special. It's just lemonade.
Alright guys, so right now I'm in the bathroom, and it looks to me pretty nice in here. It's actually really well furnished. And I'm talking quietly because I don't want people to know that I'm filming it here. But yeah, it looks very good. Nice picture on the wall. All kinds of well furnished. Overall, great bathroom.
And a Cuban.
Thank you. Okay, so we just got our food, probably no more than 7 minutes or something from when we ordered, probably less than that. Alex went to the bathroom right after we ordered. He's still not back, and our food is already here. Everything is here. It all looks super good. These yuca fries are looking amazing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Looking good.
Yeah, fellas, looks good. Alright guys, so my meal is absolutely spectacular. I really loved it. I have a few minor critiques I would say. For mine, there was a little bit too much beef in there, and I would have liked to see a little more of the plantain, the pickled onions, and the bean flavors, and the cheese and stuff in there mixed in. It was really good, but the beef overpowered a little bit. It was good beef. It was a little bit salty, and it was shredded a lot. I would have liked to see a little more like bigger chunks of beef in there that are just like deliciously succulent. But overall, really good. For me, the standout hit was for sure the yuca fries. Absolutely delicious. Really crispy on the outside, really soft on the inside, and the aioli was absolutely delicious. It was an overall really solid meal for me.
Alright, so I went with the slow roasted pork today, and I have a couple things to say about it. You know, I wasn't absolutely blown away for a couple reasons. For one, I found it being a little dry, and I actually saw myself reaching for the aioli verde sauce just to moisten it up, which is what I would have liked to say for my yuca fries. Another thing about it is that all the flavors are they're so great, but I would have loved to see a little bit more flavors in there. You're really only seeing like 3 or 4 ingredients in here. There's the pork, the bun, the arepa, and the beans, and other than that, it needs a little kick to it, you know, something else. Otherwise, the yuca fry is absolutely amazing. I love my tea. I'll finish it soon. It's otherwise a great meal.
Just finished with my meal. I'd say the real all-star was the Dijon mustard. It added a lot of kick to the overall meal. The pork and ham were honestly just your standard pork and ham. The Swiss cheese was really good though. Honestly, I'm not a fan of yuca fries. They're more like yucca fries to me. They're insanely fried and like kind of just don't really make me feel good when I finish with them. So the aioli verde is always good. It's probably the best part of the entire meal, which is kind of sad if the sauce is the best part of the entire meal, since I'm sitting here just scooping up the sauce. I still haven't really like touched my lemonade. It was kind of sour, too sour, but I don't know. It was kind of mediocre. All right, so as you can see, cleaned my plate completely. You know, except for tomatoes. Not a huge fan of tomatoes unless it's like just picked right there. But it was a very tasty meal for sure. The fried chicken, very well done, super flavorful, really tasty. All the vegetable sauces, like everything that was added into there was also really good. It just kind of tied the whole meal together. Yuca fries also like really tasty. Like Rohan mentioned, they're very intense flavor. Definitely will fill you up with like a couple in, but overall just really solid meal, I would say.
Okay guys, we just finished our meal. So full. Very full. Very filling. Very, very, very filling meal.
Personally, I can eat more. Yeah, I could probably eat another one.
You have to be hungry. Go to a Hola Arepa, but make sure you're hungry before you go.
If you're and another, I could eat. Like, you're not gonna finish your meal.
Another thing I'd like to point out is all of our items were around $12, $13, and that's a full meal that's so good. So it's really great for
it's really. And just to remind you viewers at home, we're gonna rate this restaurant and food in 4 categories. We're gonna average them out, and we'll give you an overall tasty rating.
Yes. Tasty rating. Tasty rating system.
Our 4 categories are the actual food quality, the ambiance, the service, and the bathrooms.
Of course. All right. So after we crunched all the numbers in the car here. It looks like the total score for Hola Arepas today is going to be 8.5 on a 1 to 10 scale. So that's ranking really high, and I personally think it does deserve that score. It was just a good experience. Thank you for watching the Tasty Tour, and we will see you in the next video. We'll be back real quick, guys. And let us know in the comments where we should go next. Please. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and like. Alright, right now we're doing the aftertaste at Sebastian Joe's Ice Cream. They have some delicious raspberry chocolate chip ice cream.
So good.
So good. It's delicious. It really is delicious. Really, really good ice cream. So good.
Now, this is how you use a spoon.
That's completely false, actually.
That's incorrect for our viewers. No, that is.